Okay, so recap of today's live guided adventure. Recap question mark, question mark, question mark. And it was on daily healing prompt number 158. And it was on removing the most impactful point that I can heal, about removing like spiritual rules from enjoying life. And then we ended up going to removing rules from enjoying life. And then I didn't go anywhere with that. And I saw that two other people slightly didn't go somewhere. And it was replaced, like instead of spiritual rules, I replaced it with like policies and procedures. And then I ended up going somewhere and it had like, you know how there's like filing cabinets or like filing boxes that you turn them to the side like this, and they have like little slots, and they're little slots for books or like filing books, and they have like little slots like this, and then they have like the titles like this going down them. That's what mine looked like, literally named policies and procedures. If this did this and this did this. Blah, blah, blah. So we went to Angels first, and it was like a light that she had like right here, and she would like compare. Okay, this looks like this, and this looks like this, and this looks like this. So that means I'm doing things correctly. But she was the one holding it, and it was her own like way of doing things to make sure that she did it in a way that was true to self, like true to Angel. And then it was very like, whose light is this? And so she switched it to a headlamp because she had to know that it was like on her head, and like it was her the whole time. Because I was like, why not make it floating? And it's like, then she would not know. She would not know that it was her. And Kat was like, yeah, she needs to know that it's her. Needs to know that it's her, or else she'll be like, who did this? Whose light is this? And then next we went to Holly, and Holly's was like, she was in a little cave, like a little hermit crab cave. And it was like, I'm just going to hide until everything just goes away. And then she even had a shirt on, like Janine pointed out, what does your shirt say? And then the shirt said, sad as fuck. And then it was like a label, and I started talking about like how I've been looking at pillows, and it's like pillow casing. And Kat was like, pillow casings, like pillow coverings. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, yeah. So this is like some kind of like wanting outward to not be what's inward. And then Kat started talking about a hermit crab movie. And basically the movie is like there's this like hermit crab shell, and there's like a price tag on it. And then it goes, basically as the movie goes on, they realize that they grew into that shell, like the shell that they didn't think that they wanted, like that it was, they found the shell. And then Holly's was a lot like that, was like I'm just waiting for me to like my surroundings. And it's like, no girl, you don't like the surroundings. I'm just waiting for it to be okay. And then like we healed all that. And then I believe it went to Shaden after that. And then with Shaden's, like it went to childhood. And it was very like promises. Like people would not intend on keeping their promise to him. Like they'd be like, all right, and then we're going to go do this. Oh, but all this stuff got in the way. Now we can't do it. But they never intended on doing it anyway. So it was like a lot of polite bullshit lies. And so like a lot of promises that were fake. And so he would uphold people to those promises, but really it was holding people accountable. But he had like this weird guilt about doing it, like asking about the thing that they said that they would do. And then, And it was like, because Kat started saying the word promise, and she's like, that's weird. I don't normally say the word promise. And then that's how that went to that. And then I started talking about his family. And then he started talking about his family, and he was like, yeah, that's exactly what I got. And then the promises thing. And then it was like a perspective shift of like, all you're doing is holding people accountable. So update and upgrade and redefine the parameters of all these words that you're using, like what promises are, and holding someone accountable. It's actually holding someone accountable. And then collapse all that like weird, and then Kat started playing with her eye box thing. That's what she said. This eye box thing that she has, it's like a porcelain, it has a bunch of pretty eyes on it. And then that's the box that he had to keep the promises in. It was like some weird reciprocation that never happened, because the people that he wanted to put the stuff in never intended to make it happen. So the box was always empty, but he wanted the genuity of like that to come at him, but nobody could because it wasn't genuine. It was like a weird loop. So then the box got collapsed because it was a lot of expectations of things that were, that should happen or would happen or could possibly happen. And then it was Janine. And with Janine, she had like this trellis thing, and that she was saying that she got in. I don't know, man. I think this is like really long. I think I'm getting too detailed. Maybe I should do like highlight reel healings or something like that, because I want to go into everybody's. I want to go into Mario. Like Janine had the cool trellises to grow on the things, and so she could grow and like expand. And then Marjorie was in there, and a lot of it turned out to be like what other people perceived as this and this, and what other people wanted. Like the labels and stuff like that to be in the coverings, and like what this means actually means this. And like if you're acting this way towards this person, then this must mean this. And that kind of was like that with Hannah's, with like her synapses were so deadened, and like because she thought that she didn't know what she was talking about for so long, because people told her that she didn't know what she was talking about for so long, that she just gave away her ability to know what was going on. I say gave it away, but it was like deadened, because it was so like worn out, because she actually knew what was going on, and people would say that she didn't know what was going on. So that was all like healed and stuff like that. And then it was to the collective too, because like everything that like that people interpreted as being correct and like put on others as actually being correct. And yeah, it was just really cool and really exciting. And so I hope y'all like this recap. Okay, love y'all, bye.